like certain lakes that I know.
Lake Superior has its own tides.
Sure does.
Which is just terrifying.
No.
And also incredibly cold. And
Yeah.
so many people have died in it.
Yeah.
So many people.
No.
We will not be doing that. No.
No.
I like lakes that
no.
I can see to the other side of and like walk to the other side of if I needed to. Not going to, but if I needed to, it would be okay. And I would feel safe.
They call them the Great Lakes.
Are they though?
One, no.
I mean,
great is
yes.
relative.
Two, it's the lake part that I sort of take issue with. You know what I mean? Right.
They are more minor seas.
Right. They are exactly that part. Now, the only part, they are like mostly contained, so I guess that's why. But like, I don't know.
No.
But contained for how long?
Right.
They're
Well,
waiting.
We'll see how the rest of the world goes.
I'm still not entirely convinced that we know exactly what's going on. People are like, "Oh, we've discovered everything there is to discover, man. We've been out there." I'm like, "No,
we haven't.
The ocean and the seas and even lakes. There's like a whole fucking a whole universe that we have not discovered."
There
all
are
right,
mountains we haven't even been to yet.
They've estimated the percentage of like the ocean that we've explored, and it's like minuscule.
Yeah, no, I hate it. I hate it. It's one of my least favorite facts.
More humans have been further in space than in our oceans, which is just
that's because at a certain level, our bodies go, "Hey, we don't like this.
No, thank you.
Like,
this is not meant for me.
This too much."
Yeah,
and there are creatures that just live down there.
Chilling. Can you imagine a fucking anglerfish rolling up on you? Like, no, you're not meant to see it.
The thing is like everything's different now too, right? So I saw a TikTok that was like this guy on a boat and he was like on a fishing boat and he fished up a giant octopus, like a giant octopus. And it like, they had to like get it to go off the boat. And he's like, I have never caught one of those in the 20 years I've been doing this. And I was like, yeah, I'm staying out of the ocean forever and always, no matter where I am.
Yeah. Well, I saw a diagram about the submarine thing, and it was like it was like trying to do it for scale, and it was like sperm whales, which are like some of the deepest dwelling creatures in the ocean, are like 8,000 feet is the lowest recorded, like 8,000 feet above where the submarine is the deepest recorded sighting of like a sperm whale. Like they're 8,000 feet below where sperm whales hang out. Anyway,
I don't like this.
Let's do some different land horror.
Fantastic. I love it.
I think we're just giving Alex some ideas for his next game.
We are. Yes, absolutely. My next game is
being in the ocean in Minecraft. Do you know what I mean?
Relatable.
Like, I have a whole book on ocean colonies, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, no,
dude.
100%.
Alex's next game is going to be like, so there's a lighthouse and one boat and 6 of you.
I will say, like Jacques Cousteau horror feels like an Alex vibe.
You are correct.
That.
Yeah, I'm quietly into that.
There's, I don't know that I've actually announced this anywhere, but Ace and I are putting together a series of games based on my favorite folk artist, Stan Rogers, who has a pretty strong nautical vibe, and it's basically all nautical horror, which I'm super excited for.
I don't know.
More info to come.
We are. I was gonna say we are live, so you have announced it.
Oh shit!
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, don't tell anyone.
You're doing the planning phases.
Please, friends.
Well, hello everybody. Thanks so much for joining us for this special backwards TTRPG preview, and also this Call of Cthulhu game that I guess we're going to play now. We're live from the apocalypse. If you haven't caught us before, we are a not-for-profit TTRPG studio that makes actual play content like streams and podcasts to support nonprofits and aid organizations and other worthy causes like that. And we are currently raising money for Rainbow Railroad, which is a fantastic nonprofit that seeks to get queer people, and especially these days trans people, to places where they will be safe, whether that be a different country or a different city or a different region in general, whatever it takes. So any money that you donate during the stream goes to support them, if you would be so kind. And we just ask that you do that instead of doing the normal Twitch junk of subscribing or giving us bits or anything like that, because The world may be 5 billionaires smaller soon, but there's still a lot out there. And Jeff Bezos doesn't need your money, but Rainbow Railroad could definitely use it and do some good work with it. Don't give it to us. Don't give it to Jeff Bezos. Give it to them. They'll do good work. And you can do that just by hitting the donate button. It's right there on the screen. Of course, we can't turn off the subscriptions. Twitch doesn't give us that option. So if you have a Prime sub or something like that that doesn't cost you extra money and you want to throw it our way, feel free. When Twitch does like give us scraps from the table, it all goes back into supporting the channel. So it's helpful if you'd like to. There's also a Patreon. I never talk about that, but there is a Patreon if you want to do that. That's a better way to support us than subscribing. But if you have to pick one, donate to Rainbow Railroad. And just be aware that if you do subscribe, Brennan Lee Mulligan will kill a dog. He will murder one dog for every month you've been subscribed to this channel. Hasn't happened in a little while, but it could be tonight. Tonight could be the night. I think it's this. It is this. Yep. That's the thing. Support, ! Support. So if you want to do that, you can. Anyway, I think that is most of the housekeeping. There's channel points, there's emotes, all of that good stuff. But I think, with all that being said, we will go ahead and get into. No, I'm going to turn it over to Alex. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Well, I will say we are playing Blood of the Harvest, which is table 1 of a 2-table Dark Academia Call of Cthulhu game. This is the 1923 fuck around table. And I think the fucking around has already begun, which is great. Come back once we're done with this for table 2, which is set in 2023 and run by JD over there. I'm pointing. There we go. Yep. That's going to be a good time, and we'll be in living color, which will also be fun because we are in the past, so we are black and white and tragic.
Before they had color.
Before they had color. That's right. So I'm Alex. I'm running it. We'll do some introductions. I did mine already, so you don't have to make me. I'm larger. Okay, I'm Alex. I'm Mightiest Fit on Twitter. I'm running the game. I'm the keeper of arcane lore. I like Call of Cthulhu, and all of the games that I'm in are on my Twitter. I'll plug some stuff later. There.
That sounds good. We'll just go in our normal order. Candace.
Hi, I'm Candace. I remembered I was muted. My pronouns are they, she. I am playing the Mariah Smoke, whose pronouns I think are she, her. I can't remember. I think it's she, her. She's a basic B. She's rich, and it's okay if you feel unsympathetic. You can find me at that Candace Girl on Twitch, on Twitter, and at Candace Magnificent everywhere else.
Mariah would get on a submarine.
She would, and just so she could tell everybody about it.
I'm JD.
I'm JD, pronouns he, they. Tonight I am playing Xavier Blackwell, pronouns he, him. You know, that's an interesting question. He probably would get on the submarine as well. He would be there with Mariah. Yeah, he is also rich. He doesn't make the best decisions. That's fair.
This is such a fun character thing. Jen, you're up.
Hi, I'm Jen. I play Sally. I was like, which game is this week? I'm so about a week. But anyway, you can find me on Twitter if you want to know what I'm doing, because half the time I don't even know what I'm doing until I show up. So, yay.
But would Sally get on the submarine?
No.
Okay, we've got our first smart character.
That feels true.
Yeah, no way.
Hi, I'm Q. You can find me on the internet, midnight_inc. That's INQ. Q is my name. I'm sure you get it. I am around. I'm playing Ansel Farage, who would absolutely never in his fucking life be on that submarine. Are you kidding? Like, for so many reasons, it's not even funny.
100%. And hello, my name is Will. I'm one of the storytellers and the organizers here at Live from the Apocalypse. I'm playing Ross Keating, who also would not be anywhere fucking near a submarine, especially not one that is built to fall apart, basically. So yeah, he recognizes good craftsmanship. What can I say? I think that is it for me. We'll talk about more stuff at the end, but yeah.
Okay. Well, then I think the only thing left to say is that just a gentle reminder that Call of Cthulhu is a game where we can explore some dark things. There will be psychological horror. And so if you feel the need to step away, please do. Take care of yourselves. We would rather have you safe and happy than here, if that's the choice. So absolutely prioritize yourself. That being said, some content warnings for tonight. Murder. Hunting and being hunted. Claustrophobia. Ghosts. Rats. Normal rats. That's a parenthetical to rats. Rats, normal. Falling. And I think that's about it for right now. More may come up, but that would be in the moment. So, stop shaking your heads at me already.
These feel like threats.
These the hunting and being hunted, especially, like, I'm over here typing up the content warnings for YouTube so I can keep track of them and just going, why do I have to do this? Why are these words I'm typing?
Because we are promoting and encouraging safety. So if at any point you do not wish to be hunted, step away. So
Wait, that's an option? I can just choose not to be hunted.
Sure.
I just want to be clear.
Yeah. I mean,
I
if
guess
you Jen, Sally doesn't really get to choose, but
Okay.
Jen can choose to step away. You know.
I was gonna say if you close Video Ninja, I can't like force you to come back.
Literally can't stop you from doing that.
Like if you just peace out, I mean, it is what it is.
Sorry, Sally refuses to participate in being hunted today. Goodbye.
I mean,
Reasonable.
honestly, smart and reasonable.
Also, something Sally would do, I think. She go, no.
Hold on.
I don't want that.
So I think a brief little recap. We met these 5 characters at the Silver Snare, which is a jazz club in Bolingbroke, Lincolnshire, United Kingdom, where they are all students of the prestigious but sort of lesser well-known Bolingbroke University. Students have been dying mysteriously, and these 3 unfortunately witnessed a 3rd student being murdered when they fell out of the sky after a night at the jazz club. There were some investigations that happened. Our boy Ansel was looking into the Order, which is the sort of secret society that they had all been invited to join, discovered that they are a powerful, wealthy group that puts people where they need to be at just the right time in just the right place to benefit something. Who can say? Sally investigated the room of the student who died and found it to be really sad. Really sad. Clean, sure. Not personal, we'll say.
Okay.
Not a lot of personality. But the
I'm saying a lot
investigation
coming from me. I'm just saying.
the investigation was put on hold because they had an initiation to go to for the Order of Our Lady of the Harvest. And when they got through the forest that is not on any maps, they came to a lodge where several of their parents were, or grandparents, and they spent a fine night outside. Nothing happened. We did lose one student, but it was Peggy. But now they're in the Order, which is great, and they've been given a task, which is to find out more about the Order of St. Giles, which is a weird rival organization, as best I can describe it. The higher-ups in the Order of Our Lady of the Harvest don't know a lot about it, except that there is a professor who is involved, and that professor's name, I remember, I promise I remember, is Professor Francis Woodbridge, professor of physics at the university.
Why is that important, Alex? Why is that important?
You tell me, Ansel.
Oh, only my mentor, the one who gave me my math wall.
Yeah.
Or
it's not just your math wall
anymore. Speaking of, actually, they will
Thank you.
The equation that Ross was working through, was it from the wall or just some random equation?
It might have sounded familiar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. All right, so we are going to pick up 1 week after your initiation. And I think what I'd first like to do is sort of have you reintroduce your character just by telling us all what they've been up to in this week. Classes have largely resumed, so things are sort of getting back on schedule. Sure. What?
How do you want to do it? Alphabetical order or what?
Yeah, let's do it alphabetical order.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Character alphabetical or
Yeah.
people alphabetical?
People alphabetical. Candace, go.
Fantastic.
Oh, you are muted this time.
Damn it. You're asking what I was doing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've been distracted by the chat. Something tickled me in a way that it shouldn't have. And now I feel very silly. What? I'm sorry. I'm telling you what I was doing in the week since this has happened. Self-care. Mariah has tried to make good with Stephanie to hopefully mend those fences and get her back on her side. She has written letters to her parents to brag about how wonderful it went and completely neglects the content of the actual experience that they had, that she had, and doesn't say anything about her mom being there or any of that. Lots of mani-pedis. And yeah. Everybody's probably noticed that she's slightly nicer.
Okay.
Slightly.
Okay. That's good. To get back in Stephanie's good graces, I would like you to make me a we'll call it a charm, persuade, or credit roll. Your choice. I don't think Stephanie is above bribes.
That's true. Okay. I don't know. I'm like,
throw your money at someone. Oh, it's so exciting.
I think that's what we're doing. I'm so sorry to be a tacky ass bitch. But I think that's what we're doing.
I was the one who gave you the option. So we are tacky ass bitches together then.
Live your life.
Okay. Can I push the roll?
Yeah.
Because I'm in a bad way, but also like,
I mean, you're just spending more money at this point. But if you push this and fail, you might overdraw on what your parents are allowing, and they might not be very happy about that because
I should have used charm.
Get that $30 overdraft fee.
Please, not invented until the 1980s. Thank you, Ronald Reagan.
I got a 60 over 50.
Ooh.
I feel like it's too soon to use my luck. No, this is the second out of 3. I'm using luck.
You cannot use luck on a push roll.
No, Alex, please.
No?
Okay, fine.
All right.
Fine.
Well,
I call Stephanie and I opine to her, and something tells me that she's just like not impressed at all because she's like, she feels like a big man on campus because she got invited to.
All of your gifts are returned, unopened.
Returned? That's worse than if she just kept them and didn't return my calls.
You get a notice from your father that says, no more this semester. So we are going to temporarily drop your credit rating to 15.
No.
Yes.
No. But I'm rich.
I would like you to make me a sanity roll.
Oh, it is sanity roll. You guys, I'm in trouble. I hate it. Why is this happening to me? 27.
Okay. 1 point of sanity loss.
Oh my god, this is the fucking worst.
The fact that being poor threatens Mariah's sanity.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
Tell me I'm wrong. Okay.
Psychic
So-
damage.
Psychic damage. So that brings us to JD. Xavier, what are you doing in the week
No,
that
I don't want to
follows?
go after this. I don't want to. After what I just saw unfold, I am terrified of answering this question.
Cool. The real terror doesn't come till later, so this is fine.
Cool. I think I can best give you a sense of what Xavier has been up to just by giving a snapshot of a moment. So, I mean, he's been going to class, he's been doing kind of the regular things he would be doing, but he's also started going to the theater at off hours where he knows he'll have the space to himself. And he has just been walking through the blocking for Julius Caesar in a very meditative way. But if you were to look at him, you might think he's getting too into character, getting too connected with that anger that goes along with some of the scenes, because you can see it in the tension in his body, you can see it etched on his face. But he's not actually thinking about the script. He is thinking about that moment where he was standing with his back to the woods. He is thinking about the fact that he never believed that the Order had any real power. And he is wondering if he made a mistake in not accepting the offer of the serpent, if that would have actually given him real power. And that is what he has been doing for the most part, though he has checked in to make sure that things with him and Elias are good.
Elias seems okay. In fact, a little more confident than you've seen him recently. A little more assured. Different set of the shoulders. Just a different kind of inner confidence that maybe wasn't there before. But so yeah, otherwise you are not taking any other actions beyond this sort of, we'll call it a kind of self-care.
Self-reflection.
Self-reflection. Good. All right. That brings us to Sally. Jen, how has Sally been processing not only the events, but Peggy died, which was rough.
Yeah. But, sacrifices must be made for the greater good sometimes. So it is what it is. It just means that I now have to find a new bruiser to walk around with, which is going to make things a little bit more difficult. And I have a couple candidates lined up, but they're not really up to par yet because I haven't interacted with anybody else on campus in the same way. So I imagine Sally has been holding applications for a new best friend and has been taking auditions. They're not necessarily going well because no one else seems unbothered by the fact that there are 3 dead students that we have found and that we found one of them. And no one else seems to be able to have the right answer on how they would react to a dead body. So, yes, my
Mariah,
dear.
did you apply?
Mariah sent a formal letter
Oh, yes.
in place of an application with an essay as to why being my best friend would be a great idea for you. There was a fancy brooch inside because I no longer can send you actual money. But I do have this brooch. And there's a little note that's like, I hope you like this brooch. It belonged to the 7th Earl of my father's house, and it is made of real crystal and is, I think, the proper weight for someone like you. Love, Mariah.
Sally appreciates that Mariah sent her weapon discreetly in the mail and will be taking your application the most serious and will be getting back to you soon.
I think we may have a chance for a tryout later. We'll see. Very good. Q, what has Ansel been up to?
I need a second. That was so good. Oh my god. Okay. Ansel still has class. So he is going there. However, I think yes. I think at one point, probably like halfway through the week, after bitching out the first couple of days, he's going to wait uh, at the board. He is trying to act as normal as possible with his professor because he doesn't want it to be true. He's trying to convince himself that it's not, and that makes everything better and easier. But yeah, no. So Ansel is waiting at the board. He has thrown in some spice today, like he's gone real conceptual with the math problem on this one. He's just waiting.
Professor Woodbridge has noticed that you're far more neurotic than usual, which is already saying something. And you're getting looks, like concerned, sort of like, I'm not going to broach the fact that you might be in distress because that would not be very English, but
And Ansel will, of course, beg that off. I'm fine. Just classes.
of course. Does anyone show up at the board, I guess, is a good question.
Ross will not stop there if there are people around. But Ansel probably would see him walk by. Maybe a few times.
Okay.
Probably not on the same day. It's not like he is like waiting for it to be empty.
Mm-hmm.
But when he walks by, if it is empty, that's when he normally goes in and like works on the math problem.
Okay.
So you might see him a couple times, but like on different days.
Okay. So if there's like the first two, he's like, okay, doesn't stop. And then he'll just sort of just sneak.
Q, would you like to make me a stealth roll?
I would like to. I can tell you now, that's not gonna go well.
Okay. Well, we'll Q, you can do a stealth roll. Ross, you can do Ansel, you can do a stealth roll. Ross, you can do a spot hidden roll, and we'll see what we see or don't see.
Okay. Are we trying to beat each other or
it would be levels of success.
Sorry, Adobe froze with my character sheet open. I don't think I succeeded. I think my spot hidden is actually no, I did succeed. I got a 19.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool beans. You absolutely see this boy trying his best to be so cool and chill and normal and stealthy. I got a 56 out of 25.
Okay. Ross, do with that information as you will.
Yeah, I don't go in. I don't stop.
Is it obvious that you see Ansel, or are you trying to obfuscate that?
No, I think that's fair. I think that even though Ansel's not doing a good job hiding, I think that Ross will like stop at the doorway because the room at first looks like it's empty, and then he'll do a quick scan and he will see Ansel immediately, and then he will walk away. But he will like sort of stop in.
Okay. Then if you stop. No, wait, please. There's probably a desk that gets jostled.
Can I help you?
I wanted to make sure was it you. bored.
Sometimes. Is that, have I messed anything up for you?
No, you've actually made it a good deal better. And I just, after the, it was nice.
Yeah, I know what you're referring to. Yeah.
Just, hearing it helped through the rest of the night. So I just wanted, I was sorry. I don't know what exactly I was trying to do here.
The film Forgetting Sarah Silverman? No.
Yes.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, there's a scene where where Jason Segel goes to a bar and he does an open mic piano night and he sings his Dracula song,
Yes.
his Dracula musical.
Yes.
So I regret to inform you, but Dracula musical equals Lin-Manuel Miranda. Look it up, listen to it, and recognize that when Lin-Manuel Miranda sounds sad in a song, it's the Dracula musical voice.
You know what? That does make sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll never be able to unhear it. I'm so sorry, but it's really hilarious.
It's
Look
okay,
at
well,
my son. It's really good.
I think we as a table are going to make sanity rolls for us, the players, because that is knowledge man was not meant to know. And here we are. Thanks, Candace.
Really cares.
I love you so much.
Whenever he's trying to be serious, I'm just like, Dracula musical.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know. I like maybe
Right?
someday.
Okay. Well,
We're back.
I think we'll just jump
Hi.
into it. I think.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Everything's
Let's
fine.
jump into it. It's all fine.
Everything's fine. Ansel, was there anything else you wanted to talk about from your week other than fleeing from Ross and the math and the sexy math?
How dare you?
How dare I?
I think I don't think that Ansel's gonna be able to jump as far as like investigating the professor without help. Like he's not gonna be able to do that on his own. And so I think for the most part he just sort of goes about his normal routine, apart from the parts where he messed it up, which is probably also adding to the neurotic for the week. It's fine. Fine.
All good. All right. Well then, Ross, apart from some Blackboard shenanigans, what are you getting up to for this week?
I think Ross is doing his level best to pretend that night did not happen. Like just trying to go about his everyday life, working a lot, doing what he can to make enough money to get by, odd jobs here and there. Walks by the math board a couple times, but that's more out of habit than anything else. And is definitely trying to avoid the other people. Especially, well, maybe not especially Mariah, but like Mariah lives next door to him. So, yeah.
All right. So the week passes and it's not that things are back to normal. There is a facade of normalcy going on over everything. Classes are continuing. After school curriculars are going on. You know, the theater department is starting, rehearsals for plays. Sports are happening. Chess club is meeting. It has all of the surface is just fine, but there is a tension on campus that is palpable. Students are going between classes in groups and hurriedly. People aren't spending a lot of time alone or outside. When people do move, it's in packs, clearly for protection. People are scared of the fact that we now had 3 really horrible murders of students, and another one has gone missing. No one's heard from Peggy in a week.
You know, it happens.
Right. It happens. The official
He's
line.
crying over spilled milk.
No use crying over spilled Peggies. So after a week, as you all wake up, you find in your respective rooms, sitting on your nightstands, or somewhere where you think you would have noticed someone coming in and leaving a note, but you didn't. And you wake up and you find just a very plain card that says, "Progress report tomorrow."
I think Xavier in that case takes that moment when he sees that to look over at Ansel.
Yes, you both have one.
Hugh, you're muted.
You right though. So, have you ever seen a student who always does their work on time realize that they've forgotten an assignment? That's the energy that you're experiencing right now from Ansel. Um, like, and it's not like he forgot, but like it has come upon him very quickly, and so the panic is just sort of whoop.
Okay. So, breathing exercises. We've talked about this.
breathing exercises. Yes, breathe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold breath. 1, 2, 3. Wait, I should actually be doing it, not just saying the words. Right.
Was that a breath?
I don't know. I. Okay. All right. Sorry. We need to. What are we supposed to do exactly?
Find out information.
The professor. He's a physics professor.
Correct.
There you go. I found something out.
Ansel, what is this?
When I first got here, I wasn't doing particularly well, as far as nerves and he helped me um in his class. Just let me write on the wall while the rest of the class went through the lessons. Um,
Ansel, this is wonderful. You know him. That's information right there.
mhm. And he's the enemy, right? If we are in opposing orders, he's the enemy. Um, what am I supposed to do with that?
Then we're in a very good strategic position. You're close to him.
Um, okay. So I just talk to him.
And you see Xavier decide whether that is the best option. And then say, maybe you let Mariah talk to him, introduce them.
I think we will cut away from the roommates at that moment, and I'm wondering how everyone else is handling their surprise note.
I think Mariah gets the note, reads it, and then runs outside to see if they can catch, if she can catch the person that has left the note to harangue them. I don't think that I can catch them because I am not fast.
No, that note was delivered a while ago. Don't worry about it.
I think Ross, seeing it, would take a pen and write down. I think he would just write down "fuck yourself," and then march next door and bang on Mariah's door.
Who is it?
Just open up.
Oh, it's my unfortunate neighbor. Just one moment. She you hear a bunch of latches and things that take a couple of minutes, and then she cracks the door open. Yes.
I think he's gonna shove the note at Mariah, and then basically say, "Just give that to your father for me."
I don't need another note. I got one too. Are you going to do something about it?
I'm sending a message.
I've been trying to send messages for 19 years.
Well, did you try that? And I'll point down to "fuck yourself" written on the note.
Well, I value my life, so no.
Look, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I'm not gonna play these games.
The freedom to believe that you have no choice is something that I didn't realize I would trade money for.
You can do whatever you want. I'm not telling you what to do. If it sits right with you, then it sits right with you. I wouldn't be surprised.
Fine. Well, I'll do my best.
Appreciate it.
I think she closes the door in your face. But if you stay for a moment, she's like, ugh, maddeningly handsome. Ugh, terrible person. Thinks he's so smart all the time with his opinions. And his pants.
Can still hear you.
Stop minding my business and mind your own, please.
He'll leave.
Mariah puts both letters into a mailer.
Okay.
Make sure that she writes her name in big letters on her note, so it's very clear that that's her note.
Yep.
And the letter's like, "Dear Daddy, the look on your face when we last met and the ... warm hug you gave me made me feel like perhaps I didn't need to go out on this limb. I've already been accepted and I've made you quite proud. And there are other people who are less fortunate than I who are better suited to this task. So I'm sending these notes to you. One is for your project and one is from me. And please let me know what to do next since I won't be doing this, please. All of my love, Mariah." And then just in case, I think I go visit Sally.
Okay. How is Sally handling all of the note?
Sally is laughing maniacally in their room.
Excellent. So Mariah, that's what you turn up to. Maniacal laughter.
Mm-hmm.
What's so funny?
Huh? Oh, nothing. And Sally just shoves the note in their pocket. What's up?
What do you have planned for? I assume you received a note, yes?
Yes.
So I also received a note, and so did Robinson. You know the one, the Irishman, very rude. So we both received...
Doesn't he live next to you or something?
Or something, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. His apartment is quite near to mine for some reason.
Okay.
He has informed my father he will not be doing any of this, but I came to speak to you because my father has been quite withholding for the last 2 decades. And I don't see that changing, but he was quite nice last I saw him. So I'm wondering if perhaps it's all some kind of ruse. And you seem complicated enough to be a person who might have a plan in this case. So I thought it would be nice if I stuck in with you. Did you receive my note about the friendship opportunity?
Yes. Thanks for the weapon. I think that I'm going to be applications are closing soon. I noticed that you decided not to do the application like everybody else did and make your own, which is totally valid and great and kind of a little brilliant if you know, a little brilliant. So yeah, I think maybe we could maybe possibly be friends, maybe perhaps maybe.
It's quite all right if you'd rather be acquaintances. That's okay. I have plenty of those, and they come and go. But right now, I feel like perhaps we do have at least a common interest. And yeah. I noticed that you are quite nosy, and I too enjoy a good people watching. So
yes,
I just want to know what's going on with people, you know, because you can't trust them.
No, you can't. No. And Sally just starts like internally giggling because like, oh my gosh, maybe me and Mariah do have more things in common than I initially thought. And we'll kind of gather their thoughts and it's like, you know what? No, you're right. We have so much in common. You know, we both like go here and we both take classes and we both wear clothes, and so perfect. I think it would be great. Maybe we should plan on what to do about this note together, since you seem to have a little bit more information than I, or different information than I do, perhaps, maybe.
Well, I wasn't paying attention, honestly, when I saw the note, because I was just like, someone's asking me to do something that's icky. Okay. But I am willing to think up all kinds of schemes with you of any kind. And one more thing we have in common, I forgot to tell you. Unfortunately, you received this token of affection from me because I am newly poor. So that is what I had. And that makes us so much more similar, which, you know, it's very freeing, I must say, to not have be held back by finery anymore. So if you just know that my credit is good, and perhaps once I am able to liaise with my family and beg for their forgiveness, I might have nicer things to show you I care.
I'm sorry, hold on. You were cut off?
I wouldn't call it that, no. Cut off, no. You see, what it is there's something the wealthy do. It's like a Rumspringer, except instead it's using your own penny farthings to hoist yourself up by your shoe straps and be on your own for a while. So it's temporary. I'm positive they would never leave me in squalor.
And when you're successfully back, they put you on a submarine.
So rude. No, please don't. They don't even have seats, please.
Oh my goodness. So in terms of planning, and for the sake of making sure we can get to the fun things I would like to do tonight, what do these characters want? What steps would you like to take to investigate Professor Woodbridge?
I'm always down for a good diversion and good old sleuthing.
Yes. Okay.
Not
I
a
like a
damn
sleuth.
thing.
Of course, Russ.
Um, he's so bad at it. Ansel is so bad. Sneaking, we don't do that.
Okay.
I mean, you know him. We don't need to sneak.
It's true.
We
It
just
could
need
be-
you to get us into his office.
Yeah,
be the
I will
diversion.
say, Ansel, you do know that Woodbridge has office hours that are, students can visit.
Gotcha. Okay. So Ansel does have an idea.
Please tell the class.
Please tell the class.
So one of his scientific focuses is, let me double check before I just talk out of the crack of my ass. Yeah. One of them is chemistry.
Okay, so we're blowing up the office.
We're
In.
not blowing anything up, but perhaps during his
I'm
office
out.
hours, if he were to have something in the room that would lead to unconsciousness.
Yeah, I would. I mean, and you also have access to the lab. So if that's your plan, I would simply ask that you make me a chemistry roll to see if you can put together the appropriate compound that you
Okay.
could then unleash.
And then we can figure out where to take him afterwards.
Are you thinking interrogation?
Yes.
Okay. I think there are some excellent places in the theater for that.
Would we be able to go back to the house?
To the lodge?
To the lodge, yes.
You don't remember how to get there.
Well, they want us to. We know how to contact them, do we not?
Yes.
Okay. One of us, some of us, should contact people to let them know that we are in need of resources. They want us to do this, right? We're part of the order.
I mean, I think we should make sure the plan works before we contact them, because the only thing worse than not having anything to give them would be to promise them something and then not be able to deliver.
We don't need to promise them anything. We need to ask them for the resources that will allow us to do our job in the best way possible.
And what resources are you going to require?
Mode of transportation and a place to take him.
Okay. We can have that conversation if someone wants to be contacting the order for that request. Are you all eventually gathering together, or are we pursuing independent lines?
I think that Sally would realize Mariah doesn't actually have ideas and is kind of just like
Useless.
So yeah, so Sally would be like, okay, let's go find everybody else that also saw the dead body and probably has a note. So then I would take Mariah by the hand, because I'm assuming she's also going to get lost, and if that's okay. And since you're Newport, it's all different now. And find the rest of the crew.
Okay, so we'll say that you all do manage to combine. Ross, maybe accidentally, you just get you're somewhere and they found you, and there's a conversation that's happening maybe around you.
I mean, I could be last, and then this conversation is happening in my room against my wishes.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Let's say that's what's
I
happening.
would definitely offer that room because
Oh my-
technically
Mhm.
it belongs to my family.
Right.
God.
So
Oh
you're
my
all having this
God.
conversation in Ross's apartment, vaguely against Ross's will, but
Vaguely.
vaguely. I don't want to say we're trampling consent, but it's uncomfortable. So the plan is to contact the order, request resources,
Yes.
create a knockout compound, and then interrogate the professor.
Yes.
Which one of you is scary enough to intimidate?
I can
think,
intimidate people.
I think we have an actor.
Yes.
We do.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
we
yes,
do.
it's me. It's obviously me.
Right.
Correct.
You're
So-
going to act, you say?
Oh no.
Mariah.
No,
Mariah.
I'm just trying to clarify. That's all.
Are
Don't
you-
mind
For
me.
the-
I'm just interrupting.
For
Are
the
you a-
times that we've shared the stage together, I would think you would recall the amazing moments that we've shared.
Are you
I know
a-
I
Spectacular,
do.
Are you also an
spectacular
actor?
moments. A little bit. I dabble. I dabble. It's
You
expected
do.
of me because of who my family is.
Oh,
you
I know. It's like I've always told you, Mariah. Practice makes perfect, and you continue to practice.
You should practice to hone your craft. Thank you.
It's okay. Just let her. Just shh. Fine. It's fine. Just it's for the better. Promise.
So, I don't actually think we need to be fully visible during the investigation. And in fact, it would be easier perhaps if we were not. Cloaks. These orders seem to enjoy subterfuge and billowing cloaks. So perhaps we could obscure our faces. I'm no good at voices, but perhaps those who act, I assume you have another voice, Miss Smoke.
Oh no! You don't want me. You want Charles Chaplin here. This is the preferred actor here. I'm
Oh,
very
don't-
excited.
Don't sell yourself short, Mariah.
No, please. I insist.
Then you can call for the resources.
Yes, I suppose I could. I've also written a letter that hopefully has not yet gotten to its destination.
So, I think we should do that resources call. Actually, so you have a telephone, as we've established.
Yes,
You're calling your father.
I suppose I am.
You know your father is a first ring pickup, and you just hear smoke. Speak.
Oh, hello, father. It is I.
Mariah. Yes.
Yes, hello. This is the letter you sent to
Yes.
myself and some less important people at my school.
Correct.
Yes, well, it says here require. That seems strong. We would like to request some. Oh. A car, a vehicle for transportation's sake, and it says some materials for a compound and an area in which to question this person.
You hear. You know your father's moods, and you can hear the just like bristling rage on the other end of the phone. And he's like, I'm sorry, what?
Everyone thought it would be a good idea for me to call because of how sweetly you looked at me last week and the lovely hug we shared.
Beside the point, you are to have no physical contact with Woodbridge at all. Do you hear me?
Oh, I thought you wanted us to...
None. No. Do not reveal yourselves or take any actions that would reveal yourselves.
Okay. So spying then?
You hear a sigh, and his voice actually softens for a moment, and he says, Mariah, they are killing your fellow students.
Yes, sir.
I do not want to risk your future.
Yes, sir. That makes sense.
Stay safe, and make sure Ross doesn't do anything rash.
I swear, Papa, I will never understand your obsession with this, I don't know, hooligan.
He's not a hooligan. He's smart, and he's capable. He's a weapon.
I suppose.
And if anyone is going to wield it, it's going to be me.
Well, I'm glad you care so much about him.
I care about you both. Don't pout.
All right. Well, I'm off to tell my friends we are not to reveal ourselves and we are to stick to the shadows and be responsible. And I will hopefully have results for you soon.
I shouldn't have to explain this to you. Click.
Right. Like, stride back into the other room. Well, I've spoken to him. It was a conversation, and he has said we are not to reveal ourselves. We are to observe and use more covert means to collect the information that we need to deliver, because he would not like us to get in trouble, and he said the students are dying. And it was quite stupid of us, honestly, to think we could intimidate anyone, no matter how good of a thespian one thinks one is. So,
Yeah, might be easy to say if you just intimidate people with money and buy your way through everything your entire life.
normally
offense.
I do
No
that.
offense. No offense.
I could,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
well, what is Xavier doing? He has plenty of money.
He's not wrong. If you kidnapped him, you'd have to kill him.
And the bad in that is...
You'd have a dead body on your hands. Do any of you know what to do with the dead body?
Do you?
We got you, though. I know you do. Right? Because you're, tough and things. Although I noticed you didn't put in for my best friend application. So, we may have to have a conversation about that, because I specifically asked for tough people. And you would be, a really good candidate. But you know what? Mariah's a really good candidate, too.
I thought you said applications were closed.
I must have missed that one.
What?
I must have missed that one, that's all.
Oh.
You take applications for friends?
Well, because Peggy's still missing, and Peggy used to do a lot of things for me. And
Peggy's not missing.
Peggy's not missing. Peggy was killed right next to us.
listen, I know I know, but it sounds less cold to other people if I use the term missing than dead, because then it sounds like I don't care. But if I say she's missing, then I don't know. I didn't make up the rules. I'm just saying that I need another one.
You don't seem like you do care.
I mean, I care that I now have to get things off of the top shelf by myself, because that's a little difficult, but
that's not.
I'm learning to climb on the cabinets.
Are you sure you don't have money?
Are you sure you want to be her new best friend?
Me?
I don't have money.
I mean, she wants to be my best friend, obviously.
I don't believe that's true.
Listen, the point is we need to sneak around and find the information that we need. And I'm quiet enough.
You are
I
not.
think, how are we gonna?
You announce your displeasure regularly and loudly.
I will, I will be quite happy to be on a team with all of you.
Mariah, don't think that's true. I've heard you backstage, and you have always made a tremendous amount of noise there.
Fine, I will stay outside and keep watch. Oh my goodness.
For the love of God, does anybody know where he lives?
Yes.
not gonna-
He occasionally has like dinners, hosts promising students, and so
He's not
even
gonna. He's not gonna keep anything in his office or anywhere that somebody might stumble across it. So it'll be his house, or he'll have some sort of a secret, a getaway or a hideout or something like that.
Well, just tell me what to do, and I'll do it. I'll stay out of the way, I promise.
Well, Ansel, you said that he has office hours. We should go to his house when he has office hours because we know he won't be there.
I was gonna say, and Sally pulls out the brooch that Mariah got them, gave them out of their bag, and like kind of takes like the pin side and like flips it up so you can see like the sharp points, and is like, well, I have a makeshift lockpick, so
yeah, and in fact office hours are this afternoon, so you could get there soon.
Would we need a car?
No.
Okay.
He lives on campus.
I have to take you all because I know where it is and you don't. Okay. I would really the other two that were also with us, have they joined us?
No.
Trash. Okay. Then yeah, I guess we'll take this lot to the house. I was really hoping for a distraction, like somebody
office hours,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
someone to do, like help like linger a bit. That was the idea.
I have a plan.
Listening. I am listening.
Mariah and I can wait outside, and then if we see him coming, we can just start throwing rocks at his car or something in the windows to distract him, and so you have time to finish your investigation and get out.
I feel like you're one of the most perceptive ones.
I think that's correct, yeah.
So perhaps we shouldn't waste one of our valuable resources on throwing rocks.
Your plan is have a lookout.
I mean, I'll look out with a distraction in case.
Jesus wept.
Ansel, why don't you make me a luck roll?
Okay.
Since you mentioned it.
That is an odd 7.
All right. At that point, Stephanie walks in.
Ah. Fantastic.
She sees Mariah and gives a very disdainful snoot.
Oh,
Ansel?
Yes, that is my name.
Did you get one of these? And she's waving the note.
Yes, we all did. And
you four and Mariah.
Why did you single her out?
I don't know if you know, but Mariah's poor now.
That's new poor to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Temporary.
You're welcome very much.
I'm confused. What her financial status has to do with any?
Don't worry about it, Ansel. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Did you need something? Why are you here?
Okay.
The note.
Great. How good are you at distracting people?
Just look at her.
Good.
Great. How are your grades going in maths or sciences?
Oh, very good.
Great. The physics?
My favorite subject.
Great. So
She should have plenty to talk about.
absolutely.
Exactly.
I need you to act as a distraction for Professor Woodbridge.
I can do that.
Great.
She gives a little like shoulder shimmy, like, I got you. Let's do this.
Great.
When Stephanie's gone,
Mhm.
we're gonna look at Mariah. I believe I can see why the two of you were friends.
I've been asking myself, why in the world am I upset to no longer be friends with that troll? I don't know. Honestly. I mean, so judgmental, am I right? Just lording her money all over. Like, that's all that matters in the world. But, so many of you have taught me that is not the way to be. You can be a perfectly a valuable person without having a lot of money. So,
All right. Well,
She's
we better
acting
get
like
going.
you acted when you had money.
Ah!
I don't know what you're referring to.
No, he's not wrong.
I think you said it very clearly,
Yeah.
Mariah.
What's that?
Yes, that is the sound.
What?
That is the sound of the professor's house.
Oh,
Right. Mariah, what's his name? Just and point at Ross. What's his name?
ugh. My daddy just said it on the phone today.
It's Ross. It's 4 letters.
Russell.
Ross.
Just said
What?
it, and you still
What
couldn't get it
sort
right.
of name is Ross, though? Not Reginald. You're sure?
Is that a?
To the professor's house.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that a wipe transition I hear?
Yes, that is exactly a wipe transition you hear. So the professor lives in a nice little like row house on campus. Students again are moving around in groups, so it's not unusual that you're sort of clustered around in a little huddle as you move along. Are we doing lookouts? And Sally, are you lockpicking your way into the house?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's going in? Who's staying outside?
I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
Going in.
Yeah, I'm going in.
Okay.
I mean, I could be the lookout. Ross, I think, would be fine with being involved in this as little as possible.
Mariah and Ross outside.
I was told I'm not allowed inside because I'm too loud.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
All right.
Not wrong though.
Sally, I'm going to have you make me a locksmithing check. That's a skill, right?
That is
Yeah.
a skill.
That is unfortunately a skill.
Oh,
Right.
that is a skill I don't have a good
Yep.
lot of stuff in either.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Like at all. Maybe I shouldn't do the lockpicking. 42.
Okay, so that's a failure.
Yeah, oh yeah, big time.
All right. Sally sticks the brooch pin in, wiggles it around. Nothing happens.
I'm just gonna hand it like not look at who I'm handing it to, but just like, throw my arm back behind me. Be like, I don't know, it must be a different type of brooch than I'm used to using, but it's not doing what I normally think it should be doing because I am very smart at this. So maybe somebody else can try.
I
I
will
think
have
Xavier-
everyone who is at the door, make me a spot hidden roll.
I got 62 over 75.
Right?
22 under 45.
Excellent.
49 under 60.
29 under 50.
Very good.
20 under 70.
All right. So
We all
you
good.
all hone in on the fact that there is a pot that is out of place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's clearly like, there is clearly a key underneath it, and you're able to find it with no problem whatsoever.
Okay. Gonna take that key and run open that door.
All right, so
Or that you could do it that way too. Yeah, that's valid.
So the professor's house inside, very clean, very neat. Clearly has someone who looks after him or is himself very good at cleaning. Where are we looking?
So first of all, does this place have a basement or a cellar?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the places to look, I believe, would be basement, cellar, study, and then check any sort of room where there are antlers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going all together or are you splitting up?
Splitting up.
It's obviously we're splitting.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna split up.
Love to hear that.
We have a limited amount of time,
Yep.
so we have to divide and conquer.
All right. Who's going into the cellar? Who's searching the upper floors?
Xavier will go into the cellar unless Sally
You can have it.
volunteers.
Nope.
Yeah.
All you.
And I'm gonna for sure go in and go to the study.
Okay.
I'll go upstairs.
All right. I will have all of you make me spot hidden rolls for your various places.
Sweet.
34.
18.
48.
All right. We'll start and go top to bottom. Sally, upstairs. You are the only rooms upstairs are a small linen closet and the bedroom. And as you're looking around his bedroom, you find a crimson robe among his personal effects. It has a sigil or some sort of symbol like sewn into one of the lapels, and it is an antler. On the first floor, Ansel, as you're rooting around the office, you find that he has a date book, and you, as you're like flipping through it, you see that there are regularly entries that just say SG meeting and then a time.
Mm-hmm.
And there is one that has been circled that is taking place tomorrow.
Okay.
And then finally in the basement, it's a standard cellar, but there is some sort of smell down here that isn't what you were expecting. It smells like rot, meat gone bad, sort of stale copper smell. And it's very powerful, and you're able to trace it or follow it to, there is on the shelves, there is a jar that has cracked a little bit, but is filled with a red sticky liquid that also has little gobbets of stuff in it. I'm gonna have you make me a sanity roll for seeing that, because it's clearly like, it's clearly wrong. It's clearly not good.
That is a 42 under 53.
All right, so you are only going to lose one sanity point from seeing that. But for the sake of time, that is going to be what you all find in the professor's house. You get out without problem.
Good.
I found this pretty snazzy rope. Look at this.
There's a meeting tomorrow. Doesn't say where.
Oh, it did have a location, sorry.
Oh, it has a location. Perfect.
Yes.
There's a meeting tomorrow.
There's some disturbing stuff in the basement.
What do you mean disturbing?
There was a jar, and it was filled with a viscous liquid, and it smelled like copper and rotten meat down there. It wasn't right.
Oh.
Let's see what that meeting's about then.
Okay, are we all gonna like try to fit in the robe and go together, or does somebody want to take this?
I
don't think anybody wanted a robe.
Well, I didn't want it. It's just, you know, it's okay. I'll just hold on to it. It's fine. It's got the antlers on it, though. I figured it might be important.
You could put that. Well, never mind. We should just go.
We should just go. Yeah, let's go.
We should.
All right. Is there any research anyone wants to do before we go to this meeting?
I want to see if I can find more, like, I guess the library. If there's any more information on like the symbol and the whatever it is that was in the basement.
Okay. I will have anyone who wants to go to the library make me a library use roll.
Happily.
As I'm like standing outside this house while everyone else is inside, can I see if like there's anything that I see or that I notice on the outside of the house that might be like a sigil or a secret entrance or
Sure.
anything?
Make me a spot
suspect?
hidden roll.
I got a 64 out of 60 for library use.
56 under 60 for spot hidden.
Nice.
So for Mariah, there is a secret entrance to the basement. Like along the side between the houses, they're very close together, but they're not connected. And there are like little alleyways that go between them. And there is absolutely, you can see the sort of outline in the brick of a door. It's not obvious unless you're like looking for it, but it is there.
I remember and let everybody know when we meet back up.
Okay. So Jen, that was not a success for your library roll. Do you want to spend 4 points of luck to make it a success?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Great. And then
37 out of 60.
perfect. All right. So Sally, you were specifically looking up the sigil. And you find that it is the symbol of the Order of St. Giles, which is a benevolent society. St. Giles is the patron saint of hunters, and that the order specifically was founded as a gentle person's club to get together and meet. No one really knows what they do, and so it spawned some like conspiracy literature, but it's not well known enough that it's really prevalent. It's just one of those things. You do read that they don't get along with the Order of Our Lady of the Harvest, but no one knows why. Like, it's one of those throwaway things that are just like, the two orders, they've never seen eye to eye, blah, blah, blah. Weird rich person things. Who knows? Ansel, what were you looking for?
I was also looking up information about the order.
Okay.
Since I was able to find something about our order, I figured there was a chance.
It takes some digging about specifically, like if you're following that route, you have to find, like you're referencing some of the stuff that Sally found. And you basically get a history of the order that says it was founded during the Third Crusade.
Okay.
Like it's very old.
Gotcha.
And it was one of those like Richard the Lionheart is our leader, even though he probably wasn't, but it's like one of those apocryphal stories you hear.
Right.
And so it's mostly being like, we are a venerable institution of great antiquity that has a lot of prestige to it. But again, it's one of those books that like it's someone writing it basically as a Reddit post. Like, let me tell you all of the shit that I heard.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Almost none of it is verifiable, but it is.
Man, is it cool? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Got it.
I also rolled library use. I don't know if it would be correct, but I was specifically going to see if I could find information about the professor.
Yeah, I mean, we can go into like the records. Just his employment record is, you know, he did his schooling here. He was immediately then taken on. So he's always been here, well regarded, no bad notes, no demerits, popular teacher, generally speaking. In one of the like personnel notes, it's like quiet, keeps to himself, no known associates, that sort of thing.
Would it be possible to find out if he's ever had any, this wouldn't be his employment record, but would he have any run-ins with the law?
I think you'd have to go to the village for that.
Mm-hmm. Which I think, yeah, Ross probably would have been more likely to do that than do library stuff anyway. But
that makes sense. So we'll say you get a bit of guff when you're at the police station, but it's pretty slapdash here. So with eventually they give you what they have, which is very limited to locally. He's not, you know, it's like parked his bicycle somewhere he shouldn't have.
Okay.
But like otherwise nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Meet back up.
So you know that this meeting is supposed to take place at one of the other campus buildings. Like similarly, when you guys were invited, you went to Blackwell Hall and then were taken somewhere. There is another hall that you are taken to, which is Byron Hall. And are there any last minute preparations of things you guys want to bring, or any last minute thoughts before we head that way?
I have a cache of cash
Okay.
under my mattress, like in a billfold. I want to bring that with me.
Okay.
Some gloves, so I don't want to get dirty. And I think Mariah changes into like her least fanciest outfit. So like some wellies and one of those little pocket raincoat things, and just tries to prepare as best as possible for this.
So what I will say is that having that wallet means that you will make, if you need to make a credit roll, you will be able to make it at your 50, but you will then lose that opportunity. It'll be a one-shot sort of thing.
Okay. That's fair.
I mean, I've been completely unfair, but
it's okay. I love you anyway.
Anybody else have any preparations they would like to make?
Yes, I would like to grab a couple of prop daggers from the theater.
Okay. Just blunted steel chunks?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Not retractable though, right? Like just like.
Yep, just steel chunks.
Steel chunks, got it. All right. Yeah, however many steel chunks you want, you got them. Xavier just walking out with like a bandolier.
Just looking like straight up V for Vendetta.
100%.
Knives out, baby. I think Ansel is gonna bring gloves.
Good idea.
Yep. Gloves, a scarf to cover his face.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that'll be about it. He's let's see, more than a bit outside of his depth.
I get it.
He was trying to be the evil mastermind for a second because it felt the best, but he actually didn't like that. That was awful. Yeah.
All right, we've got gloves. Sally, Ross.
Ross is going to take gloves, of course, and he is also, I think, going to, when he gets to his room, lift up the bottom of his mattress and cut it open along a seam that looks like it has been sewn shut at some point. And he will reach in, he will pull out a very small revolver.
Okay, we are armed. Sally, anything special that you would like to bring?
So, unbeknownst to Mariah, Sally has another brooch that her grandmother gave her that Sally has actually sharpened over the years to be a little bit extra pointy. So, Sally's going to grab that and add it to the other one that she now has in her pocket. And they're also going to bring gloves and stick the rope in their messenger bag just in case they might need it, because you never know. And I think that's all Sally will be doing.
Fantastic. So I think we have a little montage shot of everyone equipping themselves with their coats and their gloves and their weapons and things. And how are we feeling for break? Would anybody like a break? Do we feel like because I think sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think I might take us to 11:15 depending on how we go, just because of the power outage, and there is a ending point I would like to get us to. And I don't know if I can do it in an hour, but
just a teeny tiny.
Yeah, 5 minutes is good.
5 minute
break.
break.
So I get some water.
5 minute break.
Yeah.
Let's
All
do
right. We're gonna
Do it.
hydrate. You all should hydrate.
Hydrate time.
Special guest star.
The man.
I
The
swear,
man.
this
The
dog
myth.
will be the death of me.
The legend.
Bye.
Does this give us a bonus on sanity rolls if Finn is present?
Yeah, true.
If
Yes,
anything, it should have the opposite effect. I'm not going to lie.
but
I
Finn
can
is
grab
about
a kid to like put in proximity if that will help with, double the cuteness.
Finn is bedtime. So yeah. Hold on. I'm going to quick put him away. I will be right back.
Okay. Well,
In the
I
meantime,
will remember.
in the meantime,
Brewster says hi.
amazing.
You
Is it
guys can't
addition
show
to
me cute
Christmas?
stuff. You can't
Well,
do
too
it.
late. You've seen
Okay.
cute stuff.
I'm back.
Late.
I literally just need to say bedtime, and he waddles his little butt into his crate.
I also have this.
Fantastic.
The
I
Fin
have-
Club.
Candace, put it together.
I don't have any other thing.
You got it. You have to. I know.
You
I
got
know.
to lock it down.
You got it.
You got this.
I know.
You're professional. You're professional.
Candace, he's just a little guy. Don't worry.
He's just a
about it.
little man.
The little man.
A wee chap.
A wee chap.
Just a little.
Oh boy.
My brain
Oh.
heard wee Chad for a second.
I mean, not wrong.
He is that as well.
He's got a little Chad energy. It's true.
Yeah, he's a little man of many talents.
Oh, Chad.
Absolutely.
Oh, Chad.
You
All right.
absolutely wear many hats.
If I
Mini
could
hat?
get him in a hat, it would.
It would be over. It would be
It'd be
over for all of
Powerful.
us.
Yep.
Too powerful.
He
I have a
refuses to wear them.
story to tell everybody later. Not
Okay.
Okay.
everybody, just
Yeah.
everybody.
All right.
Just us, yes, of course.
Sorry for derailing us with the tiny dog, but we are back.
It's okay, tiny dog.
We are at. I've already forgotten the name of the Byron. We're at Byron Hall, where you all have come to have a look-see at what's going on with the Order of St. Giles.
Oh, so we're just doing that. Okay. That feels wrong.
We're making
and
good
bad.
decisions. Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry
We're
about
really
it.
smart.
Well, the first thing you note is that, like when you were initiated into the Order, Byron Hall is not your end destination.
Mhm.
There are a number of cars, and there are a number of people being put in those cars and driving away. Mariah, your father did provide transportation for you. So you do have a vehicle. You're probably going to need it because as you guys realize what's going on, the last group of people, and they're all wearing these crimson robes over their, suits and ties and dresses. It's in the car, and they pull off.
So they didn't want us to engage, but they want us to go after this initiation.
Well, it might be easier to search the place now if they're not there. See what they left behind, if anything.
Make me a no roll, which is just your intelligence.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, a KNOW roll.
So int.
Yep.
Okay. I got an 18 under 80.
Okay. There's absolutely not going to be anything in this building.
Okay.
The stuff that you're looking for is driving away.
Right.
Yeah, we
So
got to follow them.
We have to follow what we do. Yeah, it was a 775. You're
Oh,
smart.
Jesus.
Smart of me, you little bitch. I mean, what?
Listen, I went high int average education. You've probably got higher education than me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going. Hopefully one of us can drive good.
Anybody put points in drive?
I have 20, which I think is just normal.
I also have 20.
I also have 20.
But now hear me out.
Yep. I'm ready.
What if I have a book on driving and I am in the passenger seat?
Are you gonna sit on the book? Sit on the book so you can see over the steering wheel?
I might have to and get like a wooden block for the bottom of my shoe. But if I'm in the passenger seat, like reading through the book, assisting whoever is driving,
Sure.
does that add to our ability to succeed?
I would give a bonus die to whomever was driving if you were passenger seat driving.
Sally is now canonically the passenger princess of the group. Just wanted to throw that out there.
So then I won't be driving.
I think Ross would have tried. I think Ross would have tried to like maneuver Mariah into driving by being like, I mean, your father did lend you this car.
Firstly, he lent us the car because you told me to ask him for it. Secondly, I can't say I even know how this works. I'm usually in the back of the vehicle.
Didn't he say no earlier?
I thought he did, but here we are.
So then this is good for you.
Sally will help you.
All right. I refuse to take any accountability whatsoever if it goes tits up.
I think we all assumed that.
Classic Mariah move.
Figure that would be the case regardless.
Oh, I think that we're being friends, right? Friends is when people know you really well. And all of you seem to know me so well. And we're friends, right?
Correct.
Okay, yes. Well, pay attention. So there's
jolly good.
So is this a stick that Mariah has to now learn how to drive? Because
yeah.
it's
Is
the
this a
20s,
manual
right?
automatic?
Absolutely. You have to crank this vehicle to get it started.
This is the 1920s. Welcome.
So Sally starts like explaining like the clutch and the brake and the stick and the shifting, and is like going into way too much detail because Sally's just reading from a book and doesn't actually know how to drive. So Sally's like, no, you just put your foot here and then you let off when this happens, and then it's supposed to do this. And can someone crank it? I don't think I can do both right now.
We'll say you guys can get the car started. The Colonel would not be giving you a shitty car.
Right.
That's not his style. Or the General, excuse me. What's going on there?
What'd you get?
That's a good face.
What'd you get?
I got a 22 over 20, so I can use 2 points of luck.
Hey, let's go.
Don't even need the extra die.
And
you
that
could
is,
try to roll it.
You could.
You might
could
get
the
under.
bonus die.
You got it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do it.
Do I have to take the new roll?
No, you take the
And is
better
it-
of the two.
Is it the percentage I reroll?
Or the tens dice.
No.
Okay. So we're spending 2 points of luck, and that's good because as the car goes off into the night
Yes.
in pursuit of the other cars, you are driving along the road north out of town, and you realize that they are turning right into exactly the same place that you all went into this forest that is not on a map, the entrance to which you had never seen before the other night. And it's that forest that's dense with sickly trees that have strange oozing bark and pallid wood and not really leaves. They're just sort of, this is a sick wood. So you get into there, and just like before, it's like a very twisty, turny road. It's bumpy. There are a lot of tight curves. You can't go very fast, but you have to go somewhat fast to keep up with the people that you're following. So it's very good that you succeeded on that drive roll, or your father would have been even more upset with the crashed vehicle that you would have sent back to him. But eventually, it's dark, and the path to the lodge was new and strange, and you didn't really know what was going on. But you do recognize that there's a point where it turns, and you think that's where the lodge is. But this group keeps going, and you finally see these cars sort of pulling out into a clearing in the middle of the forest. And the cars are like circled up around the edges of the clearing. And there are a number of people in these red robes, and they've got lanterns. Some of them have torches, just to illuminate what was otherwise a very dark night. And they're sort of gathering in the middle of this clearing.
I think we should slow. Stop the car. And then get up closer so that we can hear what's going on.
The fastest and the safest way for us to do this would be to circle around through the woods.
Are you sure we should do that through these woods?
Just
No.
saying that's the fastest and the safest way.
Please,
The
remember,
safest.
nothing could live in these woods.
No. Hey.
Safest
Nope.
from them seeing us.
True. That part is true.
So pick your poison. Cultists or monsters in the woods.
I mean, we're technically a part of a cult as well.
I
Sure.
know I have a robe.
Was that supposed to be comforting?
If you find it so.
I did not.
How good do we have to sneak to not be seen by the cultists?
So I think it would be pretty clear to everyone that the group is mostly focused away from you. There's something going on over there that has the attention of the majority of the people. Also, the way that the light is, their eyes are like it's light in the area where they are, so looking out into the darkness would be, they would be at a disadvantage to seeing things that are not in the light.
So I don't think we need to go around them, especially if it's pointed that direction. Just getting up close enough to hear them is all we need to do. And then we can get back in the car and leave,
It's fine by me.
hopefully.
All right, I will have you make a collective stealth roll. Everyone roll stealth. You may have a bonus die because of the distraction. That is the meeting. I need 3 of you to succeed.
I I got a 12.
I got a 30.
12 out of 44.
37 out of 45.
37 under 40.
25 of 25.
Oh.
Meets
When I
it, beats
tell
it, my
you-
friend.
When I tell you the butt fuckering when I looked at that die, that bonus die saved my ass.
Excellent. All right. So you all, probably surprisingly to the rest of you, like every single one of you is surprised at how quietly this group is moving. Couple things you might realize as you're walking: the clearing here is very dead. It's not that, it's like a clearing where there's low shrubs and grasses and things. It's nothing is growing here in this circle. And you realize it pretty much is a perfect circle in this wood. But you get close enough that you're able to sort of see what's going on in the group, and it's a lot of people. Mostly they don't have their hoods up, so you can see who they are. It's mostly like older. They look, maybe you maybe recognize some faculty, some people from town. There are students interspersed among them, but they are overwhelmingly not the majority. But they all have these crimson robes on. They're carrying lanterns or carrying torches, and they are focused on one particular individual who is standing at like the dead center of the circle. And Ansel, you recognize Professor Woodbridge. He's a tall man, reasonably fit, in his late 50s, we'll say. Normally, he's very neat, wears like a suit, well maintained, neat hair. At the moment, he is completely naked, and he has been painted with some kinds of sigils in red that are just covering his body. Next to him, there are two, what you assume are students. They are also naked, but they have been painted head to toe to look like deer. And they are freaked out. Like, you can just tell from the body language that they are scared, they are uncomfortable, they do not like what is happening. And Professor Woodbridge extends his hands to the audience and says, "My siblings, tonight is a great night for our order. The hunt has been called. The prey has been found." And he looks over at the two who, not happy. "I, your hunt master, will be leading you on this ritual." And someone comes up from behind him and puts a red robe on him and gives him a mask that has antlers sticking out the top. And he then turns to the other two and says, "You have 10 minutes. Go." And one of them just books it. Just like runs out into the forest. The other one actually seems rooted in the spot and cannot move. And Professor Woodbridge comes over and like claps hands on their shoulders. It's like, "You need to take every second we give you. Go on." And sort of like shoves him. That student then runs into the woods. And then Professor Woodbridge turns back to the assembled group and says, "You've all been here before. You know the dangers of these woods. Let us pray." And he bows his head. He says, "May the light of St. Giles, guide us, light our path, and protect us from that which lives in these forests." And as he does that, all of the light from the lanterns and the torches changes hue. It stops being that like red, orange, glow and becomes like pure white light. It's cold, but it illuminates much brighter than it did before. And he says, "You have your packs? You know what to do? St. Giles will bless our hunt this evening." And he says, "And we have 8 minutes." And someone starts passing around tea. But you also see that the people in the robes are armed. You see shotguns, you see pistols, you see rifles, you see knives, you see swords, axes. They came prepared. And I'm going to have you all make me a sanity roll.
Oh dear.
14 under 46.
20 under 52.
We'll say if you succeeded, 2 points. If you failed, 4 points.
Jesus Christ.
Eek. Eek. They're no good.
Does that break anybody?
Wait, what's the
No,
breaking point?
Alex, why? Oh, wait, it's only 10. It's only 10. No, it's 11.
No.
Okay, so Mariah. Good. All right.
Yes.
I think that also... Is it Jen, probably?
You're muted.
Ha, sorry. No, I got a 34 of 42.
Okay, so you'll take 2 points of sanity
Yeah.
loss.
Yeah, but you've lost
41.
more than the number to the right of your sanity.
No, not yet. I haven't lost a lot of sanity, actually, like too much.
Okay. Will, how you doing?
I'm at 31.
Okay.
I don't understand how the breaking works.
My notes were that I had to do 3 points of sanity damage to you this session. Have I done that to you?
You did 4.
Okay. So yes.
It didn't save from last time. What was I at last time? Did it save?
Q, I said you were 6 away from what I...
Okay. 6 away from the 14 that it takes.
Yes. So
we're not there yet. 2 more.
great. And JD, go ahead, Jen.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm at like 39, but I could be wrong.
Jen, my note was that I needed to do 3 to you this session.
Oh, okay. Well, you still didn't because you only did 2.
Perfect. All right. That's great. And JD, I had 5. How are you? at
I'm
the
good.
moment? Okay.
Yep. I still have 2 more that you have to do to
Great.
get me to that point.
All right. So I'm just making a note that Ross and Mariah have hit their breaking point, which is fun. What is everyone's reaction to this? How are we doing?
I think Mariah's just standing there silently crying. Like, deeply upset. Like, they were already not really over their initiation. So to see this is just, like, fucking them up real bad.
Ansel, while not mechanically at his breaking point, is straight up not having a good time. He's definitely having a bit of a flashback. So I think he is like backing away, just wide-eyed, like he's just about to run.
Okay.
I think Ross keeps like unconsciously reaching for where he has the revolver tucked into like the back of his belt, but then stopping himself because they're outnumbered and they're armed. Outgunned. They're outmanned and outgunned.
So I think there's the lull of the people talking is very low. There's a sort of reverence to what interactions they are having. This is clearly like a spiritual moment for them. So you are all able to hear the snapping of wood in the circle behind you.
No.
Wonderful.
No.
No one else
Spin
seems
around.
to hear it. At least none of them, but you're looking back. Make me a spot hidden roll.
Yeah, I am as
don't
well
like
because
it.
I was already sort of paranoid
No.
and moving back. So
Nope.
Can I push it?
Yeah. Are you looking harder? Are you taking a few steps forward? Perhaps?
No, Alex, I am not. What I am doing is the first time I tried to look and I did not have resolve.
Okay.
So this time I'm like, no, you're going to do it. You're going to just turn around and face your fears.
Okay.
26 under 45.
$61 over 60.
Great.
oof.
Okay.
I had 98.
No.
Yep. 76 over 50.
No.
53 under 70.
Okay. So Xavier and Sally, you spin around. You don't see anything at all.
That's good.
Mariah,
No.
you failed a push roll. So you whip around and you see your father standing
No.
at the tree line. But there is something very wrong with him. He's standing at this very strange angle. His head is held in a way that he's in pain. He's covered in blood and mud. And he looks terrified and he says, Mariah, you need to leave. And I'm going to have you make me another sanity roll.
No.
Okay, that'll be another 2 points of sanity damage. Ansel and Ross, you see a shape moving among the tree line. It's low to the ground. It looks like it's moving on all fours, but it's taller than any quadruped you've seen. The legs are unnaturally long, and it's sort of like slinking along. It's got a long neck and a large head, vaguely wolf-ish, but it's got spines along its back. And you see that for a moment it looks at you. And Ansel, you hear your father again saying, please come back. Come be with me. And Ross, you hear your father pleading for you to not let them kill him. And then it looks back and just sort of disappears into the forest. I'm going to have both of you make me sanity rolls.
I failed.
Okay. 2 points of sanity lost for you.
I got it.
Okay.
Barely.
1 point of sanity lost for you.
Yeah.
Ross, I think, if you will permit, I think you let out an involuntary sort of noise. Low, but just enough to catch the attention of some of the other occupants of this forest clearing. And 2 or 3 of them sort of turn. And their eyes get very wide. What would you all like to do?
Time to go. Absolutely, time to leave. We need to.
I think Ross would say, run.
Mariah doesn't say anything. The second that you say run, she's gone. Like,
Yeah.
she takes her wellies off, puts them under her arm, and just like hauls ass in bare feet, like all out.
Okay.
Given the circumstances, Xavier listens.
Also same.
All right. So are you booking it back the way you came, I assume?
Trying to.
Okay. So you start running. You hear voices behind you shouting. There's confusion. Is your goal the car?
It should be. Yes.
Yeah, but do we have to re-fucking crank this
yeah,
shit?
we have to
Like,
like get it going
son
again.
of a bitch! Y'all, I'm not gonna be able to drive again.
Why not?
You did so well the first time.
Yeah, you did a
Yo, I
great
got
job.
so lucky. I got so lucky, and I'm not in my right mind. Fine, whatever. Fine. Yes,
You'll be
to the
fine.
car.
You're gonna do a great job.
This is horrible. This is horrible. This is horrible.
I had already sort of had a head start, so I'm
Mhm.
just gonna go and start cranking.
So you guys are able to see Ansel and hear him cranking up the car. The engine sputters to life. It's ready. Ansel, make me a dodge roll.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
So normal.
Yep.
So normal?
Absolutely normal. Yeah, that's so that's a 30 out of 25. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 5 luck points. I sure am. Yep.
Oh, Ansel.
What do you mean?
No. He spent 5 luck points.
Spend 5 luck points to get a regular success
Yep.
on the dodge roll.
Yes.
See, I don't. Okay, so like I don't like the way you're saying that though. Is the
I rolled a 69. Nice.
Stop.
Oh no,
Not nice.
No,
That's a critical success.
That is so rude.
Okay,
I
all
don't
right.
think
So
it should
like,
count for them.
I feel
I
like
agree.
But absolutely. Excuse.
okay.
The rules are the rules.
Okay, so like, how much would I have to spend to like?
I will let you make a luck roll
Mhm.
to see if we can make this not a critical success.
I would
If you
love for
succeed-
that. I would
if you
love.
succeed on that.
Ooh, cool beans. That is a 50 of 58.
Okay. I'm going to make that a hard success, not a crit success,
Okay.
which still beats your dodge,
Okay.
but it doesn't mean instant death for you.
Awesome.
So that's good, right?
Awesome. Those words you said. so
We're
many
in
words.
session 2, Alex, and
I
you
don't
were trying to
understand.
kill us in session 1.
I don't understand.
I don't think this is what
Ooh.
Mr. Cthulhu had in mind when he wrote this game.
Actually, I called Cthulhu earlier. He's fine with it.
Okay. All right. All right. How's your sanity looking?
Great.
Okay.
He's
So-
like unbothered. Anyway.
I'm
Okay.
moisturized. I'm in my lane.
We love that for you.
You all see Ansel crank this thing to life and like move towards getting in the car. And that's when the thing in the woods leaps out.
Oh no.
And you see it collide into Ansel. The car crumples around him and just flips over. Ansel, you are going to take 8 points of damage. That is a... How many hit points do you have?
I have 10.
Oh no! Okay. All right.
Oh, we just got raided. Hi, Raiders. Welcome on
everybody.
in.
So that means you have a major wound.
Yeah, you don't say.
You're going to need to make me a Constitution roll. No. Right. You are unconscious, and you are prone. You have no idea what's going on. You felt the impact, and that's going to be the last thing you remember if you wake up. I'm also going to need you to make me a Constitution saving roll, technically at the end of every round, but we're going to call it every minute. And if you fail, you die.
Just ever at all.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, actually, sorry. The first failures will knock HP off of you. So if you've got 2 failures before you're at 0, and then once you're at 0 and major wound, then you're dead. If someone doesn't stabilize you. We're going to go into initiative order, or dex order. So, who's the fastest of you? I think it's Sally, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I
I
have
think
70.
that's true.
Yeah.
Sally?
That is.
All of you see this.
Okay.
You can't see what exactly it is that's taken Ansel out. It's still too dark and shadowy. And you were looking at light, and now you're running into darkness. There's shadowy illumination coming from the group that's about to be chasing you. But otherwise, I'm not going to call for sanity rolls just yet for seeing whatever the fuck this is. So, Sally, what would you like to do?
Can I do a spot hidden roll to see what I can see?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Please, by all means.
Can I use 2 luck points to make that 77 to 75? So that
Absolutely.
actually
Yes.
Okay.
So the thing that you see standing, looming over Ansel's broken body
Uh-huh.
is your grandmother. Except she's got a wolf teeth mouth. Her eyes are bloodshot, and she is covered in blood. I'm going to have you
Nope.
make me a sanity roll.
Nope.
This is what you
What?
get for bragging about your sanity.
Yeah, no, that was not a good. That's no.
All right,
That's-
that'll be 3 points of sanity loss for you.
You just wanted to do that to break me.
It was not the one who called for a spot hidden check.
Look.
I didn't do that.
She wants to see, okay? I'm sorry. Sorry.
She saw.
All she's good at.
Hope you've learned your lesson.
Apparently, I'm not.
So how does Sally react to that sight?
Sally is... oh, God. I imagine Sally would just panic and drop their stuff and just start slowly backing away from what's happening over there.
Great. All right. Who's up next? I think is it Mariah and Ross tied?
I think so. I have 50.
I have 60.
Xavier, you're at 45, is that correct? Okay, Mariah, what would you like to do?
Is the monster still by my homie?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. I have no usable skills. I have no weapons, do I?
You're nothing. You're fucking nothing.
We didn't bring like a rifle.
No. I asked.
Well, I've got
No, we did
some.
not.
I've got some gloves.
We have gloves and we have pieces of metal
Yeah.
that are vaguely shaped.
Knives.
They are
Knives.
vaguely shaped like
They
that.
are knife shaped. That's
They're
true.
knife-shaped.
Hmm?
How do I know how fast I am?
It's your dex.
Can I know the dex of this creature that's attacking my friend?
It's already acted, so it's faster than you are.
I don't like what I'm about to say.
Oof.
I take no pleasure in it. But I am going to run in the direction I think might be away and toward safety.
So there's a group of cultists behind you. There's a monster in front of you, left or right. Either way is leading you into the woods.
Alex.
Hi.
How is the woods on the left and right?
Because you're in a clearing and you were going onto the road, and so there's woods on both sides of the road.
We were trying to get back to the car. I was at least gonna hopefully get us to the lodge. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to the lodge and be safe. And then that happened. So
Oh my god.
Might as well flip a coin.
I guess this character is not equipped for these things. I mean, I don't know what you want from me.
just make good with the hunters. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you're gonna be fine.
It's fun.
I don't think
Everything's gonna
that's
be
true.
On a mess.
My dad is like a
mess.
head honcho. They're gonna be thrilled to get their hands on me. Are you kidding me? If there's anyone they want to murder, it's gonna be the stupid rich girl. God.
We could offer them Mariah.
We could an exchange.
Just putting that out there.
That's true, but I'm faster than you.
That is true.
Is the wolf or the monster allergic to rubber? Do I know
Asking
of an
the real
allergy it might
questions.
have?
That is a question.
I don't know. Can I try to hide? Does it know that I'm there?
It seems focused on Ansel right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to hide.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to I dressed down, quote unquote, so I'm not wearing any glitters or sparkles. So I'm gonna just like do a cronk and like fade into the scenery.
Okay. Make me a hide roll.
Hide? I thought it was stealth.
Oh, stealth. Yeah, sorry.
Oh
Go ahead.
my goodness,
Stealth.
Alex.
Hi.
Oh my goodness. I got 15.
Cool. All right. What kind of success is that?
That's I don't know. It says half is 20 because it's under 40.
Okay, so you got a
15
hard success.
Yes.
All right, hard success. Good to know.
Yeah. Can I like melt into the scenery and just be like, I'm not gonna scream.
Are you fading into the woods?
Stop asking about the woods.
Listen, the woods are conceivably the only place you could hide. Otherwise, it's open ground.
Then stop asking us. Unless we're in the woods.
Okay.
So as I fade, I just try to like quietly let my comrades see me fade. Like I try to make eye contact so that people know that are not the monster know that I'm fading and I'm still right here and they can still see me, but the monster can't.
Okay. Very good. That brings us to Ross.
Ross is gonna pull out the revolver and try to shoot this thing.
Great. Love to see it. Make me a ranged roll.
Okay, as he's running towards the car, he sees this thing like leap at Ansel, and he reaches back, pulls out the revolver, and starts shooting at it. Did not want to do this, but 47 under 60.
That's a success. So roll your damage.
Which is, I think, just 1d6.
For a small revolver, that sounds about right.
4.
Okay. You see the bullet strike the side of the monster. It doesn't stagger, but there's a sort of jerk, and it looks at you. Its attention is no longer on Ansel.
Good.
Are you moving anywhere, or are you standing your ground?
If I have its attention, I think I'm going to try to actually double back towards the cultists who were moving towards us to see if I can lure the thing at them.
Sounds good. Xavier.
I think seeing what has unfolded, seeing what happened to Ansel, seeing Mariah fade into the background, seeing Sally look at this creature and have the response that they did, and then seeing Ross shoot. Thinking Xavier's actually going to focus on the cultists, and he is going to try to distract them to give Ross perhaps that chance to lure the creature towards them.
Okay, what does that distraction look like?
So I think Xavier pulls those knives out and walks towards them.
Okay.
And says, "You are making a terrible mistake. You have no idea the power that we wield and what is about to be unleashed onto you."
Lovely. Make me an intimidation roll.
Can I make an acting roll instead?
Absolutely.
1 under 70.
Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go.
So that I think is going to trigger a fight or flight response in everyone who can hear and see you, which means I'm not a brain person. I don't know what the percentage of people who are prone to flight and prone to freezing. I guess that's the third one.
Or
So-
fawning. They could also start begging me.
Yeah,
Okay,
they could
so-
fall in love with Xavier.
It's
Mhm.
true.
Okay. So a quarter of them flee, a quarter of them freeze, a quarter of them fall in love with you, which is to say, they might be changing sides, but a quarter of them are going to fight. But they're going to have disadvantage or a penalty die on any attacks that they're going to be making in the next round. That's that. That's good. And you're walking towards them away from that. Ansel,
Hi.
could you make me a Constitution save, please? Or
I
a Constitution
suppose. I suppose I could do that.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 40 out of 50.
Okay. You are still unconscious. You are still dying.
Stressful. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Top of the order is the monster, which, Ross, you see it's focused on you, and it's fast. It's got those really long legs, and it's just tearing up the ground to get at you. But then it sees all of these other tasty morsels. And I will have you make me a dodge roll.
I can do that. $22 under 55.
Okay. So it bowls you over to get at the others. You don't take any damage from that. It just knocks you down and sort of stomps you a little bit. And then it just starts tearing into these people. And it's got, long wolf legs, but it's got like clawed man hands. And it's just ripping people apart, biting, snarling, breaking necks. It's pure chaos in there. But mission accomplished. So Sally, you are top of the round after the beast. It has blown past you, like it's focused on other people. And you see it for what it really is. It's not actually grandma. It's this like snake wolf with man hands. It's terrible.
I feel like Sally would pendulum the other way then and be very upset that this monster would use grandma's image in vain like that. And that is very disrespectful. And I'm going to smite you with my ancestors. But in reality, I'm just going to run up and punch. Can I punch it?
Gonna punch the monster?
I'm going to try to punch the monster.
Sure.
Is that bad? Can I do that?
You absolutely can. Go ahead and make me a melee brawl roll.
Cool. Unbridled anger. That's what happens. She's very like, how dare you use grandma? I got 25 out of 60.
Okay. Roll your damage.
I don't know what this means.
It's It's a D4.
Okay. One.
Okay. You punch it right in its side, and it gives way more than it should.
Oh no.
Like, there should have been resistance there, but you like punch up to your elbow or your forearm, and the whole side of the creature just like gives in and then rebounds back as you pull your hand out.
I'm just gonna be like, it's oddly squishy.
Hate that a lot.
Right. Mariah, you were woods lurking.
I mean, I don't feel like enough has changed for me to stop woods lurking.
There might be loose guns if it's tearing into people.
Ooh. Okay. Can I sneak over and see if I can find a rifle?
Yeah, I don't think they're focused on anything but this thing. So just go ahead and make me a luck roll to see if there's one nearby.
41. Whew, under 43.
Yes, there is a rifle.
Does that count as my move, or can I pick it up and shoot this monster in this turn?
Oh, you can absolutely pick it up and shoot the monster.
So my dad has taught me how to use a rifle because, all young ladies need to know how to hunt.
For the love of God, stop talking and shoot it.
I just want you to be impressed. I'm under a lot of stress right now. That is a 42 under 55.
Bang! That's D10 damage.
8
points of damage. You all see Mariah shoot this thing right in the shoulder. Its leg gives out for a second, and it sort of gets down on 3 legs. And then in a very unnatural motion, its arm like bends up on itself and like cracks the shoulder back into place and stands back up. And Mariah, it's looking square at you now.
My dad has a lot of money, and I know as a monster you probably don't need it, but I could get you very comfortable lodgings and you could eat all of the peasants you want.
Great. Ross, I think it's your turn.
Can I find a bigger gun?
Sure, make me a luck roll.
Okay. Where is... Okay, all right. 55 under 60.
Yes, there's a shotgun.
Cool. I will grab that shotgun. I kind of imagine this thing bowled me over, so I'm like lying on the ground, and I just like roll over and grab the shotgun, and without getting up, level it at the monster and pull the trigger.
Perfect. Make me a ranged rifle or shotgun roll. I think that's.
Will do that. 19 under 50. 19 under 50.
That is a hit. So that is, we'll say you're at a close range. So that's 4d6.
Oh. Okay. It's not what I was expecting.
Close
Yeah. That makes sense. All right, cool. 9 points of damage.
Okay. You get it square in the tuchus. And it actually lets out a noise this time. Ross, to you, it sounds like your mother crying. To everyone else, it feels like...
Fucking sure.
Feels like the parent of your choice just, like, wailing in disappointment at you. I'm going to have you all make me a sanity roll.
Who
hurt you?
Actually, Ansel, you don't have to. You don't hear this.
Right. I'm dying.
Yeah.
What?
Jen asking the real questions. Who hurt you?
Well, I failed. I hope you're happy.
Sure. Yeah, I am.
15 under 29.
All right.
38 under 50.
If you succeeded, you'll lose 1 point. If you failed, you'll lose 2 points.
Feels like you're not.
I'm right on the edge.
The worst part of this is it seems like you're not even taking any joy from it anymore. It feels very clinical, this horror that you're inflicting on us.
I'm doing what I have to do, Will.
Oof.
At least
I would
enjoy
be-
yourself.
Oh, I am on the inside.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Don't worry. Anything else
Um,
from you, or is that where you would like to?
Oh, I'll shoot it again.
Well, you can shoot it once.
Okay.
Okay, then. Xavier, the situation is slightly different in that there are now body parts being strewn everywhere, but they're not yours, which is good.
That that's I'll take the win. I think such a hard call to make, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm trying to make the choice as the player or this is the choice Xavier would make, because there is a part of me that is like, let me go back to my roommate and see if I can stabilize him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure that's the choice that Xavier would make in this moment. I'm gonna do an evens odds for myself.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey, live your truth, bestie.
He actually is going to go back and see if he can perform some first aid on Ansel. There's a moment where it seems like he's going to step forward and continue to engage the cultists, but instead he looks at the chaos in front of him and turns back.
All right. Make me a first aid roll as you get to Ansel, who is bleeding out of several bite wounds in his torso.
Okay. That was a 36 over 30, but I'm gonna spend 6 points of luck to bring that down.
Okay. So Ansel, you will stabilize and you will heal 1 hit point,
Oh, bless.
which will bring you to consciousness as well. What is your dexterity as well?
50.
Okay, so you'll get to act in the next round.
Yep.
So the wolf has shrieked. Everyone didn't like that. Sally has punched it. Mariah has shot it. Ross has shot it. I'm going to D4 to see who it's attacking, cultists or one of you three. Cultists are 1, Mariah, you're 2, Sally, you're 3, Ross, you're 4. This is a 2. Mariah, could you make me a dodge roll or a fight brawl roll, whichever is higher?
Ooh. No.
I got a 73 over 30.
I got a 41 under. I'm not even going to tell you. So you all see this thing just leap away from Sally and the cultists, and it just comes and pounces down onto Mariah. You are going to take 5 points of damage as it just starts ripping into you. Blood flying everywhere. Horrible man hands with terrible talons.
Stop.
No.
Did it hear me say that my dad can get in a nice habitat?
So
It knows you're cut off.
Does it care? It knows you,
He's not cut off. I'm cut off. He could still have a nice habitat. You have a nice habitat.
So it jumps down, pounces down onto you, and you see the chopping of the hands. And for a moment, you look up, and it looks at you, and you meet eyes, and you see your father's face, and your father says, "What a disappointment."
No.
And that will be the end of the beast's turn. Mariah, it is your turn.
What?
Or sorry, Sally, it's your turn.
Sally is going to kind of keep backing away at this point, because what else am I gonna do? I mean, it's terrified.
I will note that now that the beast has sort of left their general kill zone, the cultists have noticed that you guys are still around and still alive.
Okay.
Yes, but a quarter of them do love me, so let's just remember this.
I am remembering this. Don't worry. I am remembering it in my brain.
Can I try to intimidate the ones that notice us?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Like, can I like growl at them or something?
Yes.
To try to just buy time. I got 24 out of 69.
Nice. Yes. So you somehow managed to like make similar noises to the thing from the woods, and a good number of them just like drop their weapons and start running.
As they should.
Absolutely. They are equally terrified of you and that thing.
Sweet. Okay.
Anything else?
I would probably yell. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I would focus on intimidating the cultists.
Okay.
So, that, yeah.
Mariah, it is now your turn. You are being pinned by the thing in the woods.
Do I still have my gun?
You do.
Can I try to bash it in the face to get it off me?
Certainly.
Or can I maneuver it to try to shoot? Do I have enough room for the barrel?
So I would need you to make me a dexterity check or a dexterity roll to see if you can get the space.
I do not have the space.
Okay. You can bash it. That's a fighting brawl check. You can also try and shoot it. That would be your ranged rifle, but I would put a penalty die on it because you're up close.
What kind of penalty situation?
So just like you roll two of the 10s dice and you take the worst.
All right, that's a 45, I think under 50. Yes, under 55. And then re-roll the 10s. 70.
Shot goes wide. There's a loud bang. And you hear this thing actually laugh at you.
Weird.
Daddy didn't teach you very well, did he?
Deeply unnecessary. Just... Yeah, so there's crying and screaming now.
So we'll say the shot goes wide. And it sort of leans its face down near you.
Why?
And says, I could kill you now. Or we could make a deal.
Well, I'm what kind of deal?
You know. I already asked you the other night.
What? Who are you?
Ross and Ansel, you are the next to act in the round. Ansel, you're awake, although prone. Ross, you have a shotgun that is now... You probably have one shell left. It's a double barrel, which we'll say it is.
Well, I think Ross is going to... he's lost enough sanity and... Yeah, okay. He's lost enough sanity. He sees that Mariah got, like, mauled, and all he sees is this thing standing over Mariah. So I think he's going to sink away from, like, his conscious brain and into, like, soldier brain. So I think he is going to, like, roll to his feet and stand up and just start walking methodically towards it. And as he does so, he is going to fire the shotgun at it. And then when that is empty, he'll throw it away and take the revolver back. I think he's going to keep shooting at it. Mechanically, obviously, I'm only going to roll once, but as he's moving towards it, he's going to keep shooting at it to try to at least get it to focus on him and leave Mariah alone.
Roll your shotgun attack.
Okay. 40 under 50 because it's a shotgun.
Perfect. Then 4d6 damage again.
Cool. 12 this time.
Okay. Mariah, you see this thing buck from the shot. It sort of like sways to the side. And whatever conversation you were having, it immediately cuts off and starts maneuvering itself to focus on Roz. Ansel, what would you like to do?
So I'm prone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to get up.
Okay.
Imagine that won't go particularly well.
You'll be unsteady, but I think you are able to stand.
Gotcha. I'm going to ask you if I can do something weird.
I love that preface. Please.
Okay. So, Ansel is not a fighter. Does not know how to shoot. Does not know how to use a knife. But he does know mathematics. So,
Correct.
I would like if there's something, even if I just borrow one of Xavier's knives or maybe a gun, to sort of get an angle
Xavier
right.
doesn't have a gun, but you can take one of his knives.
Sure, but there's chaos. Who knows? Maybe there's a gun that sort of went flying over this here way. I want to use gun, but with math.
I'm gonna allow it. Make me a luck roll to see if there is gun, and if not, you will have prop knife.
Okay. That is a 42 under 53.
All right, there is gun.
Fantastic. All right. So going to use Xavier just to steady himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to aim at the beast.
Okay. Make me a math gun roll. Oh no, did we lose Q?
No.
I can make it.
Go for it.
He's back.
Oh, all right.
1 sec.
Oh no. It was an extremely dramatic.
It was.
Fantastic.
Love it.
Okay. Do I need to like hop out and pop back in?
Nope,
No.
you're good.
Okay.
Okay, so I cannot
All right.
see him.
Oh,
I may
okay.
need to refresh.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right, make me your math roll.
Okay. We're making the math roll.
Making the math roll.
Yeah. What? Oh, nope. Can't see that. All right. That is a 32 out of 70.
All right. Make roll a d6 for your damage.
Nice. Six.
Fantastic. So Ross, you unload on this thing. It's not happy about that. And then Ansel, you hit it in just such a way that it's not that it's confused, but it's like overstimulated, I guess is the best way to put it. And it's just like looking around at all of you. And then it darts back into the woods. Like very fast. Just like, and it's gone. We'll go out of initiative order. There are still a bunch of cultists, but they're confused and sort of milling around. Some of them are like shooting into the woods. Some of them are focused on you, but like there's a general just like some people are running to their cars, getting them them cranked. It's just chaos among them. So what would you all like to do?
I have a bad thing.
Yes.
Mariah is like super doped up on adrenaline and is like slashed like to strips on one side. And I feel like she would point that gun at anybody that she deemed like an aggressor,
Yeah.
knowing that these people have killed other students.
If possible, I think Ross has seen this before. The shell shock, basically, and is gonna like, I think, just try to tackle and restrain her. Just fully like bear hug her from behind, and then just start like telling, like just saying, like, you're fine, you're safe, calm down.
It's not safe. It's not safe. They've killed students on campus. I am basically dead. It's not safe.
You're fine. You're gonna be fine. Put it away. Put it down. It's over.
It takes like a good 5 to 10 minutes before she drops it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, can you give me 10 more minutes? Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
I assume we're getting out of here.
Yeah.
If there is
Please.
There's nothing else anybody would like to do.
Any way we can. I'm not.
Okay. I will say one thing. It's only going to probably be a moment, but I do think that Xavier walks away from the group and walks towards the woods. And he is looking to see any sign of that creature.
Make me a spot hidden roll.
That is a 37 under 50.
It's watching you.
Xavier walks towards it and just says, "Well, I cannot speak for the actions of my friends. I was hoping we would have a chance to talk again."
You hear a giggle in your head. And then your father's voice echoes in your mind and says, "We will consider it." And then it slowly slinks back into the forest. So we're getting out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So are you walking or are you jacking a car? What is your preferred method?
Well, I can't drive.
Neither can I.
I mean, okay, some of these cultists are in love with me. I would like to find one of them that is looking at me fondly and saying, "We need a ride out of here."
One of them hands you the crank to their car.
I'll take it.
All right. So we get the car cranked up. We pile you all in. I'm not going to have you make a drive roll because you remember the path to get out. So you're driving through the twists and turns of the forest. You see the branch that would take you to the lodge. You keep driving. You get to the point that would lead you out of the forest. So it's weird that it's not the road that you see.
No, but
It's
why?
a big, crumbling stone castle. It's overgrown. And in the moonlight, you can see a horned, antlered figure climbing up the side after one of those students that you saw. That is where we are going to end this session.
Illegal.
Uncalled for.
Straight to jail.
Absolutely unacceptable, I would
This
say.
is
I'm feeling very attacked right now. Unnecessary.
Roll
As
sanity.
you
right.
should.
Oh god,
Fuck.
almost died.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, by the way.
I almost watched you die.
Straight up. Thank you, JD and Xavier, for giving the boy a chance, but like another hit, and it's
Yeah, 3 hit points isn't a lot.
not. It's really not. Mm-mm.
Mariah, how many do you have left?
I'm sturdier than I look. I have 10 points left.
Fantastic. That's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, that's really good.
You have left what I have. Period.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's pretty good. You understand? Mm.
I've never known such abuse. Never.
Hey, Alex, get in the comments.
Is it our fault? Did we do this? I don't think we did.
We
No,
did.
we didn't do this.
Listen, we did. We had hubris, okay? There are several places that this man is going to scroll through and screenshot where all of us were like, "Hurt me, daddy. So much fun. We love it. Be as creepy as you want. It's going to be so great. It's going to
I
be
didn't say that.
fine."
I didn't say that.
I said
I'm
that.
looking at JD. I'm
JD
looking at
said
Q.
that.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at Jen.
yeah.
I'm looking at me.
Honestly, I'm not having a bad time. I'm doing fine. I have 49 sanity. I haven't even hit my breaking point.
God.
Don't worry.
Against all
There's
odds.
still another session.
Yeah.
Listen, you're a monster fucker. You're sliding down a slippery slope, my friend.
I
Okay?
mean,
Slippery.
like in this
I
particular
mean-
context, that's not good.
What
I
It
know
isn't.
about a monster fuckery,
Fine.
but like this is a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Questionable choices. Agree.
Questionable.
It's fine.
Is it?
Yep. Well
Bottom
thought
ass.
out decisions.
I
It's
saw
totally
it.
fine.
I saw your reaction to Alex's description of the monster, and you still went back for it.
I did because of what it offered me.
What did it offer you?
Something I want.
Yeah, gross. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, let's,
or-
This is
Don't
what
worry
I'm
about
it.
saying. You see, it's a slippery slope. This is
all right. Well, let's do the thing. Alex, tell people about
Oh,
you.
yeah. Hey, I'm Alex. I did this game. I'm sorry. I'm at Mightiest Finn on Twitter. I write games. The Backwards Role Playing Universe. We've got 2 games, Backwater and Backroads. You can get them on itch. We got a Kickstarter coming out at some point. Check my socials for that. I'm going to be running some games here and elsewhere. Twitter will be your friend to find out more about those. I'm not going to take up any more time. Good night. Thank you.
All right. Well, same order as before, Candace.
hello. I am outraged. You can find me at that Candace Girl on Twitter, where I post all the stuff I'm doing, like submitting for more sadism 1 week from this week, a week after. You can find me at Candace the Magnificent, pretty much everywhere else. At some point, I'm doing Pride covers on my ukulele. I don't know when. I'll announce it like 3 seconds before I go on, so that no one will know and no one will show up, and then I'll complain about it later. You can also see me. You can also see me this Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. over on Chaotic Wholesome with Alex and Q in Flabbergasted. We're going to be raising money for the Trans Lifeline charity, and we're going to be playing a ridiculous game set in the 40s, or the 20s rather, that will be nothing at all like this. I'm going to be so nice to Alex.
Thank you.
Kill him with
So
kindness.
nice I'm going to be. And then he's going to be terrible to me the following week.
No. No.
I'll pay back. I'll pay back. GD.
I am JD. Tonight I have been Xavier Blackwell. For the rest of this week, you can find me with Exquisite Corpse for our Oops All Trans table, where we're playing Fist on Friday. Then you can find me with RPGs Uncovered, where we will be finishing our finale of Locus, which will happen this Saturday at 2 o'clock. I'll be back here on Sunday for Academy H. And you know what? At that point, if you tune into any of those, you will hear where I will be next week so that everyone no longer has to keep
This
counting.
feels like a loophole.
Okay, you know what? I'll be with Tales from the Table for SCP: A Crumbling Foundation next Monday. I'll be back here on Thursday to run Redacted, and then I will be in Thy Kingdom Come on that next Friday, the 30th.
You'll also be here the next Wednesday.
No, I won't, because we're off the 28th.
Oh,
So,
are we?
We
yep,
got a little breaky break.
Oh.
we got a break. So I will
breaky
have Tuesday and Wednesday off. So, like, clap for me. It's incredible.
I will only clap if you actually sleep.
I sleep a normal amount.
Sexed it out.
A normal.
Can
Normal.
confirm that you do not.
Normal for who?
For me, obviously.
For a thing in the woods.
Mhm.
Doesn't sleep.
6 to 7 hours is fine.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
I have been Sally, your resident, I don't know, creepy kid. I don't know what's going on with her, but you can E2 Win by Night is on a break. If you like vampires set in Korea, full of drama and spiciness. But we're on a break this week, so not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. We are also lovingly sponsored by Hero Forge, which is really fun. So we're doing lots of giveaways, and if you want to win some giveaway stuff, do that. And I think that's all I can talk about right now. I have other stuff that has been doing stuff and things. Oh, no, I do have another one that's announced. I'm going to be in an Emerald Templar campaign starting on July 2nd, I think. We announced that? If not, then I'm ahead of the game and I'm sorry. And then I think that's all I have. But I'm usually on Twitter if you want to know what I'm doing. And yeah, that's that. I'm done now.
Yeah, cute.
Me. Hi. Q. You can find me at midnight_Inc. That's INQ. Q like my name. I'm sure you get it. I am, performer, all over the place. I'm also a part of the production team for Tales from the Table Studios. We are putting out content, doing lots of fun things. You can find me tomorrow at the Tales for our continuing story of the successor states of Rhaegar. It is a Greek/Roman inspired. We're in Pathfinder now, Pathfinder TTRPG. So that's been fun. We're going to be getting back into Thy Kingdom Come soon. I'm also going to be flabbergasted. Very excited about that. Other stuff that I am doing, I don't know. I'm tired. I don't have anything else today. Come find me on things on the internet.
Absolutely. Hello. Hi, my name is Will. I'm one of the storytellers and the organizers here at Live from the Apocalypse. And I'll be in most of the same stuff that JD said, but not all of them. So I won't be back until Sunday when you can find me running a new episode of Academy H. We'll be recording some episodes of our Masks Actual Play podcast on Sunday. Check it out. There are 21 episodes out on your podcast platform of choice. Also, Cryptic Community College, our Monster of the Week podcast, is out. Season 1 is done. We're going to start recording Season 2 in August. I play a Scottish guy in that. Next Tuesday is the final episode of Missing Numbers, our Eldritch Horror Pokemon TTRPG that was the third game we ever ran on this channel. I think it's been going for like 2 years at this point, and it is going to be coming to an end, and that will be making room for Cold Iron, which is going to be taking over that time slot. So come back on Tuesday to bid those characters in that story a very, very fond farewell. It's been an amazing game, and I will miss it very dearly. And I'm sure we're going to send it off in style. Wednesday, we will not be playing this game because I will be at a ska show. So I don't know. I'll probably tweet about it, I guess, or take some videos. Who knows? And I think that's pretty much it. Redacted. Yeah, Thy Kingdom Come. Check it out. If you're not already following the channel, please do. Let me be normal sized for a second. If you're not already following the channel, you can do that. Social links in the chat, or you can join the Discord community, which is a great place full of great people, and we would love to have you be a part of it. But I think that's going to do it for us tonight, unless anybody else has anything to say. So there are 2 raid messages in the chat. We are going to hop over to raid our friends in Wanderer's Haven. If you happen to be subscribed, you can copy paste that first message. If not, grab the second one. But please come along for the raid and be nice and say hi and tell me I sent you. But from all of us here at Live from the Apocalypse, say goodnight, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.